So you're ready to buy a home, but you have no idea how much money you need. Does that sound right? Well, you are in luck. Today, let's talk about all the expenses that you may occur when purchasing your next home. Hey, I'm Anita L Williamson with James River Realty Group, and it's really important when you start the home buying process that you have enough funds to cover all the expenses. Now, you may need money for all of these things that we're going to discuss or just some, but be prepared. It is better to have more money than not enough money. So these are the 5 expenses you will need to have to cover when buying a home. Number 1 is your down payment. Now, again, depending on your loan type or any grants or assistance you may be receiving, this can range from 0 to 20%. It is important to speak in depth with your lender to see how much money you will need for your down payment. Number 2 is closing costs. Closing costs can vary from loan type to loan type as well. Also, the purchase price of the house also determines how much your closing costs will be, and your lender will be able to help you guide you through how much you will need to have available to pay your closing costs. You will want to ask your lender for what's called a loan estimate sheet, as this is going to show you an estimate of the total amount you will need to bring to closing based on your estimated purchase price and all the closing costs. This, what we call cash to close, is what you need to bring to the closing table on closing day, and it includes your down payment as well. So it includes everything. Number 3 is your earnest money deposit, and you will need this money already in your bank account when you write an offer, because once your offer is accepted, that money is going to be placed in what we call an escrow account until closing, or if something goes wrong in the transaction, then it's decided which party, buyer or seller, will receive that money back, and that's per your terms of your contract. So when you close on that home, that money's credited back to you. It is not lost forever. So for example, you have, say, $1,000 earnest money deposit and you have to bring $5,000 to closing, you're only going to actually have to bring another $4,000 on closing day, because we're crediting that $1,000 back. In our local market, this earnest money deposit ranges anywhere from $1,000 to 1 to 2% of the purchase price as a rule of thumb. Number 4, that's the appraisal payment. And most lenders require that the appraisal fee be paid when they order the appraisal. So while this amount is included in your closing cost number that they tell you at the beginning, you're most likely going to have to pay it before closing, because they want it paid for when they order that appraisal. Number 5 is your inspection fees. So all of your inspection fees for any inspections that you have performed, they have to be paid at the time of the individual inspections. Now, most buyers will have, at a minimum, a general home inspection performed by a licensed home inspector, and those fees range from $400 to $600. If there are any other inspections that you would like to have performed, like say, a well inspection, radon monitoring, structural engineer, any of those, that is going to be at the buyer's cost at the time of inspection. So you got to pay when that inspection's done. So it's always wise to save more money than you think you need, but definitely make sure you have enough money saved up for those 5 expenses that we just talked about. If you would like a copy of my buyer's guide with more detailed information on those expenses and much more, just give me a call. I'm Anita L Williamson, helping you establish roots in Central Virginia.